So in this video, we're going to complete exercise 1A in your CAD workbook.
Okay, this is going to be the demonstration for how to do exercise 12A. So instructions say to open border A, use your proper layers, dimension using ordinate dimensioning, and insert a table. So it doesn't give us any sizes for the table, so we'll just eyeball it and keep it inside of our border. All right, I'm going to start over at the 0, 0 section. And I'll start going up and yeah. Okay, so I want F8 on for straight lines. So the first point was 0, 0. The next one up is 1.5. The next one in is 0.75. The next one up, I had 1.5. Oops, right. 2.25, and I have to take off the 1.5. So you're going to go up 0.75 of an inch. And then come back out 0.75 of an inch. And then we have 3. Actually, this one probably would have been easier to start at the top and work down, but we can still do it. 3.938 minus 2.25. So 1.688 is the length of our last line. Okay, then we're going to go across 0.813. And we're going to come down. We had 3.938, and we want to come down to 3.563. So we're going to come down 0.375. And then we want to get to 4.5, and we're at 0.813. So we want to go over 3.687. So now we're at 3.563, and we want to come down to 3.188. So we're going to come down 0.375 again. And we want to get all the way over to 6, and we're at 4.5, so we're going to go over 1.5. Okay, so we have our right side done, and we have our top shape done. Okay, so on the y coordinates, we're at 3.188 right now, and we want to get down to 2.127. So we want to come down 1.061. On the x, we're at 6, and we want to get back to 4.785. So we're going to come back 1.215. On the y, we're at 2.127, and we want to come down to 0.938. Okay, and I'm going to do our bottom line right now. Another way we could have done this, we could have just taken our XY axis and moved it over to make this 0, 0, and then just gone all the way around. It probably would have been quicker. So this one comes over to 3.75, and then these two corners connect. Okay, so now we need some circles, and I think just to make life easier, because we're going to want it for for when we're dimensioning. So I just moved my axis over. All right, so now I'm going to make 3 circles. The smallest one, when I look at my table, would be circle C, and it would have a radius of 0.375. So radius, and my center point is going to be, so x is 1.796, and y is 1.438. And my radius, we said, was 0.375. Okay, so let's do the same thing for circle B. So our center points are 3.990 and 2.064, and we have a radius of 0.413. And our last circle, our center points are 1.688 and 2.438. And it has a radius of 0.563. Okay, so that's our shape. And I'm going to save this right now. I forgot to do it at the beginning. So 12A. Now it wants us to insert a table. Okay, so we're going to come up to our annotate tab, or annotate panel, sorry, on the home tab, and select table. Mine's being slow, sorry. Okay, table style, we're just going to leave all of this alone. We don't know sizes. So columns, we want 3 columns. Rows, we want 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And I'm just going to leave those heights alone for now. Actually, so I'm going to take them down, 1.25 and 0.5. First row, second row, I'm going to turn all of these, oops. Guess it doesn't want to do partial ones there. So I'm going to turn all of these to data and say OK. And it says, where do you want this? Oh, I have one extra row there. Actually, no, I have a couple of extra rows. All right, I don't need that row 5. Delete row. Okay. So I'm going to enter my data. First one is whole. Next one is quantity. And the next one is radius. Then we have A. Sorry, I clicked outside this for a second and now it's all unselected on me. B and C. Quantity is just going to be 1, 1, and 1. Have all 3 selected there, and I was just looking to find my center instead of having it over to the right. Middle center. And 0.563, 0.413, and 0.375. Again, I'm going to select all 3 of these cells, change it to middle center, and I want to take this and move it to my text layer. And I'm going to have to move that out of the way because we want to put our ordinate dimensioning on here. So I'll try to bring it over here for now. Okay, now we're going to switch to dimension, and we're going to go ordinate dimension. So remember, I moved my axis over. Turn on F8. Alright, I'm going to do all of my vertical dimensions first on both sides. And right now I'm just eyeballing, lining these up. We could go back later and align them all, but for this, as long as they're close. Oops, sorry. As long as they're close. That's all we're looking for here. I'm just doing the edges first, and then I'll go back in and do the circles afterwards. Okay, so we're going to have to jog this guy down. I'm going to turn off my snap and my F8 to get him to move. Yeah, that's the one that they moved. Over here. And I guess they kind of did the same thing with this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Alright, I'm going to go across the top now. 0, 2, and we're going to leave the circles till the end. Okay, same thing at the bottom. Now, I guess I'm going to have to scale down my table because my last dimension isn't going to fit if I don't. It's still tight, but that's okay. And let's add our dimensions for the circles. Start here. They brought this guy straight down because he was first. This one, we're going to have to jog him over. So just make sure your F8 is off to do that with. And the last one we can come straight down. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 along the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and save.